Me and Brayden shot a brand deal for Mercedes-Benz. Pretty sick to even like say that. Ironically enough, I texted you, Chase. I got offered another one for Genesis, but I can't do it because I'm doing the Mercedes.
While I was on a Genesis shoot. How funny is that?
I look back and I see the camera and all of a sudden it's just flying through the air. I look at the bottom of the camera, I pick it up. The entire base plate where a plate would go on the C70, the bottom port, gone. What do you feel like makes the car photos that you're taking different from the ones when you first started at Genesis?
Light and shadow is like the whole thing with cars because you got to accentuate lines and like features. I've also gotten a lot better at a strobe. So like I don't shoot a car without a strobe, even if it's outside anymore. I love shooting cars. You know why? Because I can't pose people.
You just got called up to the A-team for something.
Yeah, I was doing drone on the A-team. They kept asking me like, oh, like with the new flight features, like how's that going? And I'm like, dude, I just rip it, dude. I just rip my thumbs. I don't even touch the screen. I get the drone up there and I'm just joysticks.
How do your family reunions work? Do you guys have games and stuff? Is it just everybody vibing? Because you're going out for a while.
It's a wicked competitive environment. We're not going for leisure.
No.
It's strictly to win these games. One of the first times that I ever made a YouTube video around like travel. It's so funny because I open them like, we're going to make a travel film today. And I thought that hit so hard. And then it's like drone shot and it's like, she drives a fast car.
Yeah, sure, dude.
And I asked him before I left, I said, is this ready to rock and roll? What does that mean if I asked you that?
Battery and SD card.
I think I'm with him actually. I think it's just battery and SD. But it is hard because you're not familiar with that camera.
He didn't, whoa, I said 360. I used the term.
You said, is it ready to rock and roll and make 360 videos?
And he said,
no.
He said, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 119 of the 505 podcast. Yo, you guys couldn't do the one-handed crack to save your lives with a big can, and so we brought in baby cans for you two to actually... I'm not even going to go.
You know, here's the thing.
I want you guys to show what is going on.
So you can't. It's kind of embarrassing.
Still awful.
So here's the thing. I actually can do the big cans because I'm all power, as you know. I've leaned into this power hitter role, dude. I'm a four hitter.
Okay, show me what you got, four hitter.
I'm telling you, dude, I'm a power hitter, bro. I go deep, dude.
That was insane.
I've just leaned into my role.
I'm like Simone Biles, okay? I just go up, I'm on the pommel horse.
See her hit gold today?
Yep, and I just do it every time.
Splash.
Did you see
I didn't even see the splash. It was so fast. It just went through the frame.
Oh, dude.
Do you see that?
I love that. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Little rock Canada
Little
dry,
rock
dude.
cans are cute.
I love the pommel horse guy. They brought in the ringer with the glasses just out of the basement to come up and win them the bronze. That was so sick. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Men's gymnastics, they haven't won a medal in a very long time.
Since 08.
In like the all around. And they had this one guy that they brought along just to do pommel horse in case they like needed a lift if they're close. The dude just sleeping all day, like during the performance, because he doesn't do any other events. And he's got like these thick glasses on. He's kind of nerdy. And he goes up and he just nails his routine. He sticks it after like sleeping on the fucking mat, like the mats for like 8 hours, just bored. And he just, and they lift him up and they win bronze. And he's like an American hero, dude.
That's amazing.
Absolute animal.
I'm so about
it. If you were to compete in a Olympic event, what would you do?
It's that firearm one, dude. I've been seeing all the glasses. I've been seeing that everywhere.
I was watching men's 3x3 basketball, and I actually think I could be nice at that. That's kind of where I fit in.
3x3?
It's Jimmer Fredette is on the team, dude.
Okay,
in the Olympics?
I saw this. I thought it was a joke because I saw they had What's that sound?
Oh my God! It's our producer.
God.
It's our producer.
Oh my God! He's just on speaker.
On speaker while we're potting?
Disrespectful.
On speaker.
Oh my God!
So
you disrespectful.
Know. Classic to be on speaker.
So
too.
disrespectful.
In his own home, in our home.
Yeah, that's like a coasty move, dude.
Completely.
You know what? Another thing about Sharif, while we're on the topic, I come home, he's fucking in my bathroom, dropping a number 2. My bathroom.
No, I love that, dude. Power move. No one else was home, and he was like, "I'm just going on the King's porcelain, dude."
No, I think
porcelain.
Yeah, he's ripping the nice porcelain today.
Also, I found out. I looked at the data and analytics. 54% still not subscribed. It bothers me.
54.
You gotta subscribe.
Giving out so much free advice, and all we ask is a subscrib. That's it. So help us out. It really helps us.
Please.
Nick's pissed.
Nick's pissed.
He really wants it to get to 30%.
Yeah, I get it, dude. It's a numbers. He's a numbers guy.
I need it to be at 30%. So please hit the subscribe button, dude. We shot something really fun this weekend.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, bang bang.
Monday, dude.
I wasn't
Having so
able to
much
help.
fun, we didn't even know what day it was.
Yep, I love that. How did it go, by the way? I was excited. I was nervous for you guys.
Well, I was a little nervous because the big dog, the car
I couldn't
guy,
I had
help us
probably
out.
the busiest work day of my life yesterday
Can
in
you
terms
tell-
of post production.
What is the shutter speed tip for people to shoot cars?
Are we shooting photos of cars or video?
Video.
What was the one thing for photo though?
So for photo, you do 1 over miles per hour if you're in a moving car shooting a moving car.
for the correct motion blur, right?
Yeah, you just get like that nice creamy
But there
without fucking up the car.
There wasn't something though for video because I was trying to
So
rattle the
were
bank.
you guys driving? You're doing running footage, like cars driving other cars driving,
Yep.
and you're doing stuff.
Yeah.
We had permits and everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
I had so many permits.
No, I usually just shoot at, regular angle, 180 degrees. But if you're, depending how fast you're going, sometimes you do have to crank a little bit or else it's just too blurry. It doesn't look quite right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or else the motion blur is too much. But if you're going like under 60 miles per hour, you just use 180 degrees shutter roll.
So I was using Pea Shooter McGee's tripod, and it might as well have just been a 3 sticks, just literal sticks.
So
It's a travel tripod.
It is not. I
It's
showed
like
up. I
carbon
showed,
fiber.
I
literal wood sticks.
I showed up and I'm like, this is what he's like, we're gonna do a whip pan. I'm like, we're gonna do a whip pan.
Yeah.
There's no thing to
No,
whip.
I said, do you want to whip or do you want to keep it steady? We
Yeah.
can do either.
Yeah, and you said you got to try the whip.
Oh, I whipped it.
The whip
it
actually looked better than the
so
steady
You
whip.
guys are actually getting me. I got so many ideas. all of a
Here's the
sudden.
thing though, for those of you guys wondering, me and Brayden shot a brand deal for Mercedes-Benz. Pretty sick to even like say that.
really
So
cool.
they hit me up, and I had never done a car brand deal before, so I was really hyped. It's been like 3 months in the making. Like they had emailed me like months ago, then negotiations happened, and then finally ended up getting it, which is cool. Ironically enough, I texted you, Chase. I got offered another one for Genesis, but I can't do it because
While
I'm
I was
doing
on
the
a Genesis
Mercedes.
shoot. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Did you not throw my name in the hat for that?
Dude, I don't
would've-
throw any names. It's
I would've
actually
taken
not
it.
even my agent. It's like a third party.
Third
thing.
party.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just making
So
sure.
just saying, it is. And once the funniest thing about it, and I'm actually bummed about this, is that third party agency pitched me to my agency once, and my agency was a little butthurt about it.
That's
'Cause They were
awesome.
like, "What are you posting? That like, why are they pitching you to us?"
I'm a creator,
Pay him
dog.
double.
And they literally said like, "He's a full-time employee here."
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Pay him double.
Yeah, right. No, they don't do
I
that.
feel like they should have locked you in
I
for
know that
that.
would have been so sick.
It was fun though. I had a great
Yeah.
time shooting with you.
So this campaign was for the Dream Days or Dream Days. It's like their annual sale event. And so I had to come up with 2 TikTok ideas. So the first idea, which I shot with you, was I see the car drive past and I'm like, oh, that's a nice car. And then I go into like a little daydream and then
Sure.
I picture myself
Funny.
what it would be like to drive the car. And then the other idea was, okay, I've showed off kind of like the lifestyle of what it would be like to shoot the car. Now let me show off the interior. So I went over to our good friend Evan Tanaka's studio.
Nice.
We brought the car into the studio, turned off all the lights. He brought out like the probe lens. We shot the lights because, dude, the car's really sick.
What did he have when you had the camera with the probe lens on? What was the camera support? What were you using?
Well, we tried just handheld.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Not even a gimbal, I think.
But
I
then
think
he has this really cool, not even a gimbal.
No.
We actually did try the gimbal then.
it doesn't quite work.
Doesn't work. So he has this like tripod on wheels.
I've seen this. He had the track, or it was a literal tripod on wheels,
It was,
or was a tripod and they stuck it on a track.
I don't know. It was just like a contraption on wheels and you could raise it up and down.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It was pretty sick. And
It's like a cart, and it has like a little seat,
Yes.
and it's like a circle.
And it worked fine. I will say you were right. For the probe lens, you need a slider.
You need a slider unless you have a motion control robot, which is the best case scenario, because it's so shaky, it's so touchy, and like you need to be able to just program like be there and then be there and then be there. Yeah, it's tough to use, but it's fucking cool if you get it right.
Yeah.
But slider, you can do little moves if you're creative. You know?
Totally.
So okay,
He had the Jeep though, and remember last time Chase and I shot on that exact same canyon with the Jeep, we did it back door open, and I
Yep.
was bungee cable
yep.
tied,
And we had taped the trunk
and
thing
we
open
taped
so
the
it didn't slam on.
Yeah, and it was not.
So how did
sick.
you rig the Jeep? What was your?
Dude,
what
he
was
we
the
just
system?
opened
popped
the top.
It was honestly great.
Just the top, but then you can't get low enough, in my opinion.
I
Totally.
couldn't get low enough, but I will say what was cool. I was able to have the Ronin outside. You know, I'm
Yep.
super
Yeah. Oh,
strong.
I know. Yeah. I
So
know.
I had it outside the wheel, and I was holding it like this.
That's cool.
and it did work.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
I was able to kind of like dip down
Sick.
and then dip up,
Yep.
some stuff like that.
Sick.
Kosty, Also, dude, his Ronin. You might as well have just taped the joystick to the right.
It's on his.
Oh, no
It's on his
way. You have
last
to
legs.
fight it?
Oh, dude, I'm sitting there and I'm filming him as he's going. The thing just like
That's
starting
so
to
scary.
pan to the right.
Okay, so here's the problem with it.
Did you calibrate it?
He didn't tell me that.
No. The thing with the joystick is, I mean, I've had the Ronin for a really long time, so the joystick, like if you move it to the left or to the right, it like stays
got a
there
little
instead of
lazy eye.
snapping
No.
back.
A little lazy eye.
So if you move it,
just kind of like, it just
Yeah.
kind of goes like this. It's like, the car was stunning though.
Yeah, I
the
bet.
inside would give you a massage on the chair.
Oh, see,
Yes.
that's a thing that the
Unreal.
G90 has.
Really,
that. It's
they're doing,
so
they're doing
rad.
the massage thing. It's
Yeah.
great
I,
stuff. Very spacious.
Yeah, dude.
Very
I mean,
nice.
when you have a nice car, it's just so much easier to shoot. It's so much more fun. You guys, you have polarizer on that
Dude,
lens?
you know. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I brought my polarizer.
no, but we didn't use it.
Yes, we did.
On the running footage?
Did you stack it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize we stacked it.
Come on, dog.
Would you
think I'm
stack it on top
playing?
of,
You think I'm playing?
Oh.
The variable ND.
Well, why'd you have a variable? You weren't using the C70?
No,
No,
we're using the
A1.
CPU. Oh, you want to know
Oh.
something crazy? I'm
Oh, 'cause- oh, I remember
I'm
why.
gonna derail for like a minute, and then we're gonna
Well, you
get
guys
back to
could have just
Mercedes.
driven over and grabbed my C70. I was just in post-production.
Let me tell you this.
I don't know. You guys are hanging around the car.
This
I
is
don't know.
insane. Okay, so I get the C70 on a tripod for this music video this weekend. Okay.
You know I don't trust tripods. First of all, I will say that.
Okay, and I have a nice Manfrotto tripod,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like the big dog one. Like it's less than $1,000. Okay, but the big dog ones are like $1,500.
It's a boy Frodo, not a man Frodo.
Completely.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's
Yeah.
a boy Frodo. I love that analogy.
Thanks.
So I'm sitting there. Sharif has this huge 10x10 frame up, and I turn around to look at it, and I can see the camera in my peripheral, and I can see that big 10x10. And Sharif is turning around. I look back and I see the camera, and all of a sudden it's just flying through the air. From like the best part was though, about 5 minutes before that, I had made it so high. The tripod was like the highest it could possibly be. It had the thing all the way
Yeah,
extended.
oh, yeah.
Every leg was extended.
You lift from the base up?
Yeah, it left from the base up, and I'm looking and I'm like, that's really high up, and all of a sudden it's flying through the air like just slow motion, and I see Sharif turn around as I'm like, oh
Yeah.
and he turns around. And you know, Sharif gets stressed out.
Yeah,
and he's like, he's already stressed out. And then he's like, what did you do with the camera? You dropped it. And I'm like, I didn't drop it. And he goes, how did it fly off, dude? And I'm like, I didn't drop it. And he's like, you dropped it. He was convinced I dropped it. And
He told me you dropped
no,
it.
it's even funnier because him in that moment, he was
Right.
so rattled that he didn't even realize I wasn't even next to the tripod.
Right.
I was like a few steps away from the tripod. And then he was just like, you dropped it. I'm like, no,
And you're
dude.
like on set with like talent at this point?
Oh yeah, no, the talent had like moved somewhere else, so it was funny because it was just me and him like crying in this moment, and so the thing falls off. He's like, "What did you do?" I'm like, I have no idea. I've never seen it happen. I look at the bottom of the camera, I pick it up. The entire base plate where a plate would go on the C70, the bottom port gone. It's just completely gone.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's on the tripod.
Oh.
It was still on the top of the
Oh,
tripod.
so the C70 came out
So
of that?
dude, so it was
bottom of the camera.
The bottom of the plate is completely gone, and it was stuck on the tripod still. So it's crazy because it wasn't even built as heavily. What the problem was is these 5 screws. It was obviously cracked around the edges, and so it literally just was like. And then
So the
thing just
tripod
toppled
didn't
over.
fail. It was the camera itself.
It was the camera itself. The and I have it. It's literally just plastic. It's
Dude.
like 5 screws holding in plastic. So I'm gonna have to send that back to Canon.
Yeah, and be like-
not to derail the whole Mercedes shoot, but we had a great time, and we didn't break any cameras on the Mercedes shoot.
I was going to say, I got a tripod story as well, which is pretty funny. I don't know if he wants me to tell this, but now very famous drone pilot, Jay Bird Films.
Okay.
He came out to LA when I was like pretty early moved out here, and we shot a music video together, like an Ellen Kingdom music video. And he had just bought a red camera, and he was very stoked about it, and a whole lens set. And we were setting up at that Popsicle Studios, like the Batman looking one. And this is quick, but basically he sets the camera on a tripod, just tests the lighting. It has like the new lens on it. We go outside and we just hear like a and we're like, shit, dude. And the talent like hadn't gotten there, like Rapper hadn't gotten there. And we go in there and it's just a mess, dude. The lens is just everywhere on the ground. And he looks at me and he's like, we still have other lenses. We have other lenses. We actually went fine. He bodied it. Like we were totally fine, but that lens was just shattered to oblivion. Luckily the lens took all the fall and the red was okay. Wow. But dude, don't trust the tripod. The tripod plate just wasn't screwed in all
I
the
just
way.
don't think we trust tripod.
No.
God, man.
But anyways, Mercedes shoot.
So
You're
yeah, we
ripping it.
did the Mercedes shoot. What I realized though is most brand deals that I do, I go, I can get one person. If it comes down to it, I could probably shoot this myself. When it comes to cars, if I'm driving the car, I need at least one, but really you need 2 other people because if you're doing tracking stuff, you need someone driving the car and you need someone shooting out of the car.
I was thinking about this because I saw this on the. So you need DIY shooting car to car.
Sure.
You
Okay.
need stunt driver driving the picture car, which is Kostas.
Sharif.
Yep.
Oh, driving the picture car.
Driving the
Kostas.
picture car,
Yeah,
right?
Kostas.
Then you need camera car guy, which is Sharif driving, right? And then you need, I guess if you're just doing DIY, then you just have guy hanging out a car with a gimbal.
Which is
right?
me.
Which is, so minimum 3 people, like literally there's no other way you could do it.
Yeah.
Usually like a 4th person could be helping, like either spotting or like looking at a monitor. But then I was thinking professionally, right? You have like a pursuit vehicle with like you have on a big commercial shoot, you have stunt driver in the car, driving the car, the picture car. Then you have camera car. You have guy driving the camera car. You have the guy controlling what used to be called the Russian arm, is now the Ukraine, and he controls it, which is sometimes the DP, not always, but a lot of the time it is the DP. But then you have the AC, first AC, because you got to pull focus on that thing too. And they're all crammed in this fucking Porsche, and they like build in seats. And then you have usually a director in the front seat looking at a monitor and a DP. So that's what, 6 people?
We did 6 jobs with 3 people.
Yeah.
You saying that and us shooting this makes me realize, like, they say car commercials usually cost the most out of like anything, right? Or like car commercials usually have super high budgets. It's because it like, unless you do it right, it doesn't look great. Like you can't kind of like DIY. You can kind of DIY your way around it.
Round.
But
you spin my head right around.
But seriously, to make a car commercial look good, like you need it. You
Takes a
need the whole.
village.
You need the crane.
Yeah, you need the crane, dude. You need the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Crane is big.
I want to see it. I'm excited to see the spot.
I think it turned out really well. I feel like I got some good shots
Hell yeah,
of
dude.
it driving.
It's fun. It's fun shooting a car. Isn't
It also made me realize that just would be really awesome to be a full-on like car influencer, or at least have that be like a heavy part of your like branding. Because I was taking a lot of inspo from our good buddy Tucker Doss, because all he does is shoots cars, and I'm like, dude, he has like access to a $250,000 car
all the time,
every single week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how cool is that?
You know, I had this thought actually, because I just had to shoot downtown LA and Agora Hills for this new Genesis commercial, car. And I really was like, I was just doing photos, and it was really fun because I got to be like, I don't know, I just really felt like I could really focus on each frame, like way more than even video, because I had so much time to set it up. And like, I was just driving the cars into different slots of like corner shadow to accentuate like a feature. And I just felt like, I was like, God, I'm doing pretty good. And then I was thinking, I was like, I have a lot of car photos that like I just did for work that I've never posted or anything. And then I had the same realization. I was like, I should post these and then get free cars sent to me because I don't like my car anymore.
It'd be so funny.
So if you want to go shoot some car stuff, just to like, seriously, I'm so serious,
you
dude.
start ripping another car.
Because God, I was just so in my bag, dude. And I'll show you the photos after, but I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm super down.
What do you feel like makes the car photos that you're taking different from the ones when you first started at Genesis?
Okay, great question. It's all about,
Dude, way to podcast. There
I
you
think
go.
I finally found a style of a car, because anyone can set up a car. It's far away. You learn that you got to use a polarizer. So you twist the polarizer, you get the reflections out, so you get like that true car color. And then, if you put it on like a 70 to 200, that's going to be a nice hero shot, right? And it just looks pretty nice and basic. But is what I've learned is that anyone can get that. You need like a style at least. And I've really gotten, actually, I feel like I did learn this, like watching Aaron Brimhall shoot on that shoot. Just like light and shadow is like the whole thing with cars, because you got to accentuate lines and like features. I've also gotten a lot better at a strobe. So like I don't shoot a car without a strobe, even if it's outside anymore.
I don't do it.
Because like there's so many times where you need a strobe like on the side to like light up just like a line in the car on the outside, and it just looks so much cooler. But like here, I'm going to show you this just
Can
like,
I see?
like look at this. They wanted to show off the new headlight. And so I saw this like shadow. It was actually a big triangle from the house. And then I just put I had the guy drive it to like make that kind of like look. And I just got like some nice.
And now are you just strobing the top of it right here?
This
Go
is
back,
actually
go back.
pure sunlight.
That's pure sunlight.
That's- I like
And I
that.
just really
Unreal.
stopped down and then
Made it look
so it's just like dark everywhere else.
unreal.
And I just think that's cooler. And I know I was just doing that, and I was like, God, I love shooting cars. You know why? Because I can't pose people. But
Pose a damn car.
I can
good,
pose
huh?
a person actually in a car, weirdly enough, because it's kind of natural. Like, okay, pretend to be touching the screen, pretend to be like, you know what I mean? But I really can't pose people unless they're in a car.
You just got called up to the A team for something.
Yeah, I was doing drone on the A-team. They were filming.
Really?
And they didn't have drone permits, but I did because it was through the agency, and the production company couldn't get it, but the agency like had it. I got some stuff. I was a little nervous. I was a little rusty on the thumbs, and they kept asking me like, oh, like with the new flight features, like how's that going? And I'm like, dude, I just rip it, dude. I just rip my thumbs. I don't even touch the screen. I get the drone up there and I'm just joysticks. But I got some cool stuff, some high angle stuff.
They're like, we want to do a point of interest. You're like, yeah, let me do it with my thumbs.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pivot around
dude.
this thing.
I don't do a point of interest. I do it, man. I go manual.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it.
Right.
Speaking of stuff I've been doing, dumbbell bench press 60s. And I was pretty hyped.
Sure, dude.
Haven't done that before. And
We're proud of him.
I'm really, it's great though, because finally the steroids that Brandon gave me are
huge,
finally
huge,
kicking in.
It takes a minute. It's a long process.
So if you guys are in need of some drugs, steroids, DM Brandon.
Yeah, sure.
I could help with it.
You guys been going to the arm farm a lot lately?
Yeah,
dude.
It's been crazy.
I've just been hitting the arm farm. I don't even go to the gym, dude. I just go straight to the arm farm. Just bale hay. It's just get them going, dude.
Dude, I'm going to Idaho tomorrow, and I'm
Sick.
going to be throwing some hay up.
It's
on some
actually a
stuff.
pretty cool feeling.
Yeah.
How do your family reunions work? Do you guys have games and stuff? Is it just everybody vibing? Because you're going out for a while.
It's a wicked competitive environment.
Nice.
It's the least relaxing thing because we're playing a lot of games, and there's a few cousins that think that they can beat me at things.
Sure.
And I am by far, alpha.
So this is a very competitive family reunion.
We're not going for leisure.
No.
It's strictly to win these games. So I invited Chloe last year. This honestly kind of burns my ass. So I brought her, right? I usually win every single game. I usually garner the best team.
Yep.
I really motivate our team. We usually win. In flying colors, we beat everyone else by a lot. I'll even take older family, like 80-year-olds. I'm like, come on, come join the winners team, right?
Yep,
we
of course.
always dominate. Last year, we had played this one game where there's a shoe in the middle of a person. Like you and me would be going against a shoe, and they'll be like heads, knees, shoulders, and then you got to grab the shoe when
I
they
love
say
that.
shoe.
Sounds fun.
I made it to the finals. Chloe makes it to the finals, and Chloe beat me at the damn shoe game.
No.
And I was upset.
That's not where I thought the story was going.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say invited my girlfriend and she fucked everything up for me.
No, she
too.
beat me at the shoe game, and so now she's not invited. So
Sure. Yeah,
she's
dude.
not coming back.
If you can't beat them, cut them out.
No,
dude.
get him out of the shoe game.
Bring your other girlfriend.
Right. Yeah. Bring your slower reaction girlfriend.
I'm excited though because we're gonna be out in this beautiful farm, and I'm gonna make some fun videos.
Nice, dude.
It's funny because that
You
was
get some horse to horse, dude.
for sure. Some horse to horse, some cow to cow.
Yep.
That was one of the first times that I ever made a YouTube video around like travel. And that was like one of the first ones ever, like however long that was. And I went and watched it the other day, and it's so funny because I opened it, I'm like, we're gonna make a travel film today, and I thought that hit so hard. I was like, I looked at that, and I'm like, that's going in to start. That's going in to start the video, dude. And then it's like drone shot, and it's like she drives a fast car.
Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, she does.
Idaho.
It's like drone shot of the road and stuff, and then it's like farm, and then I'm like using my hand for stuff.
Yeah.
It was one of those videos, but I looked back and I just could smile. I'm like, this was it.
You're
dude.
getting the text on your phone like, should we go? You're like, should we go to the travel shoot?
Yeah.
I love when they do that, dude.
Let's go to a waterfall.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
dude. It's so funny.
I did like your video you made last year though. It was just
Thanks.
like all locked off tripod stuff.
that's a cool stuff.
I'm gonna make some more locked.
It's fun to challenge yourself to make a travel video without talking to the camera. I thought I could do it in New Zealand. I had slipped up once because I was like, I just need to explain what's going on, and there's no like interesting way to do it. I feel like that's a fun challenge though.
I like the
Tough
one
to do.
I really like the one you did. It was cool.
Thanks, guys.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Very
I'm
exciting.
leaving Thursday. I'm going to Chicago to shoot Loud Luxury again
Oh,
for
let's go,
Lollapalooza.
dude.
Wow.
Should be
Is
fun.
it gonna be crazy to shoot Lala? Have you shot Lala before?
Have you been to Lala? It's so fun.
No, I've never been and I've never shot it.
I remember, dude, Lala's sick. It's the easiest festival to navigate. You can just like walk around everywhere. But I don't even know if you're going to be doing that. But are you excited? Are you going to be back in your bag of shooting concerts? Are you ready? Like, are you rusty?
I don't get rusty, but I'm pretty excited. Doubt it. Doubt it. I'm really excited because I like the way I'm shooting concerts now. It's like 1 to 2 a month, and that way I'm not burnt out. I can do a weekend. It's been a minute since I've shot for them.
And then it's like fun for you.
Super fun. I'm going out actually on Thursday. They're doing Tao in Chicago and then Lala, and it'll be nice because same city for 48 hours, rare.
Yep.
And I think it's just going to be a really, really good time. I'm also on the topic of concert photography, pretty much done with my concert photography
nice.
course, which I'm going to be launching very soon. So
Fire
stay
me
tuned
up.
for that.
That's
Nice.
gonna be exciting. I was in Summer League in Las
Yep.
Vegas, right?
Uh-huh.
I asked Jimmy to give me a GoPro 360, and he tells me, he goes, dude, take the GoPro 360 and film a video for the Rocks on YouTube,
Yep.
which I was going to do, and I did. I filmed a
Yep.
great video, right? I'm sitting there the whole time, and it's funny because some girl DMs me and goes, hey, last time I did that, I only filmed my forehead, and I'm like, that's stupid. I don't know how you could ever do that.
It's a 360
It's
camera.
a 360 camera. It just does it automatically, you know. And I asked him before I left. I said, "Is this ready to rock and roll?" What does that mean if I asked you that? Just an unbiased, you're the judge. If I asked you, Chase, is this camera ready to rock and roll? And you give me a green
battery
thumbs up.
and SD card.
I think I'm with him actually. I think it's just battery and SD, but it is hard because you're not familiar with that camera.
Tell me, he didn't. Whoa, I said 360. I used the term.
You said, "Is it ready to rock and roll and make 360 videos?"
And he said,
No.
He said, "Yeah."
So what, you had it on just
He
like
said,
single mode, 180 mode?
I just had it on video. I didn't know that you
I
had to
didn't-
change
I
it
didn't really
over
know
to
that
be on
either, to be
360. And
Yeah,
I'm sitting there, and I remember sitting there the whole time.
You shooting a forehead?
I'm on the baseline, and I'm like, forehead vibe, and the girl's like, "Is that gonna get your forehead?" I'm like, "Stupid, no, it's not gonna get my forehead. It's getting the whole thing. It's getting all of this, like all you, me. It's getting everybody." And then Nick goes and downloads the footage. He goes, "Dude, it's a lot of your forehead." And I'm like, "No, you idiot! You have to put it in the 360 thing.
Yeah.
It'll be the whole globe.
Yeah,
It'll be the
yeah,
world."
yeah.
And I've seen it before. And then he's like, "No, dude, I think that this is just your forehead." And then Kosti comes out and goes, "Oh, you have to turn it into 360 mode." Didn't think that was a good message to relay.
That's tough because that's a specialty camera. That's ready to rock and roll. You might have to rock and roll it further.
I will also say, in my defense, I thought that default setting was just 360.
Yeah, I would too.
That's his defense.
Dude,
It's not a good one. But
something I was thinking about recently.
Huh.
Because we shoot with a lot of different cameras, right? I just shot that Airbnb thing. I brought my Canon R6, which is C-Lug 3, my fucking C70, C-Lug 2, drone, which was DJI, fucking D-Lug, and GoPro, which they're all so different and hard, and you gotta go through the things. And God, it was hard. And this is the worst ad ever for... Just kidding. I'm basically done with my LUTS, dude, and supports all those cameras. And I actually like...
I heard you already sold one.
So here's the thing. It's so funny. I did finish them.
Okay.
But I didn't finish the instructions, and I actually did just flip out because I did a ton of shooting on D-Log recently, and I was like, I got to tweak that LUT just a little bit more. So I tweaked it, re-put it in there, hadn't uploaded it yet. Because on my website, it's technically on my website, but I hadn't like finished it yet. It'll be, by the time this is out, this podcast is out, the LUTs will be out. Okay.
So we can link them.
So you gotta go get them.
Okay.
They're linked below because they're fucking good. I really think they're good. I'm really excited about them. I had my colorist friend look at them and he's like, these are actually going to save me some time. And like, to be honest, I've used these LUTs. I've been like practicing, like using them is just to do colorist jobs for like a year now. Like as I'm tweaking them, like they're just great.
That's awesome.
It's really sick you're using your own product.
I know. I like seriously, dude.
That's great.
I
and
like,
not just scamming the kids. you
no,
know?
I constantly use them. Like I literally
yeah.
can't stop using them. But I get an email this morning that like someone, I was like, oh, new like alert, someone bought the LUT. And I was like, okay, but I haven't released them or told anyone, nor are the instructions are like, hey boys, what's up? Like, you're gonna be testing the LUTs out, and I really appreciate that. So it's like he's got like the tester instructions, but he might. I'm gonna have to email this kid like 1 or 2 LUTs that I updated, but he did buy them. He found them somehow. I didn't even know people knew what my website was.
And he liked them.
You know, I don't know, and I can't find him
Customer
on Instagram.
satisfaction is through the roof.
I can't find him on Instagram or anything. I think he's just a random that like just stumbled, was just Googling LUTs or something.
You should just email him.
I'm going to.
You are.
I'm be
Okay.
like, what do you think, buddy? But
Tell me what you
I
think.
think they're good.
Uh-huh.
But God, it was funny. I was just stoked that I accidentally made a sale.
That's awesome.
If you think they're good and somebody doesn't think they're good, I think that's on them.
That's on them.
Yeah.
But all my friends like at the agency, they've been ripping them and stuff, and they really like them, and yeah, it's dope because you got Canon, Sony, DJI, GoPro, which
Yeah.
I use all 4 of those all the time.
I'm
I feel
happy.
like on the
I'm
shoot.
happy that you stuck it out
And then you
made
got
them.
Yep.
And
You got
did it.
Panasonic and Fujifilm.
You even have Panasonic, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
The
Thinking of-
Panasonic ones are kind of nice.
You're thinking of everybody.
Yeah.
I love that.
I want everyone to use it. Totality LUT pack, dude. Because you got them all.
Dude.
Yeah.
What a name.
So LUTs are for video. I've been working on some Lightroom presets, dude.
Let's go.
And the reason for that is because I've been going out and shooting a lot more for fun, dude. I'm gonna plug so much shit today.
BFIGGY sound pack, dude.
Yeah,
Link below.
Link below. We also have a pricing guide linked below. I believe we're starting a cohort of sorts. We're going to talk about it in a second. But no, seriously, making a Lightroom preset pack.
Does a podcast with Christo, and all of a sudden we just like 20 minutes of.
No, I do have a funny story because so I've been going out to shoot for fun, and I just want to do it because I want to get a lot more photos of LA to like eventually sell as prints.
Sure.
No, but actually it's one of my favorite things to do is just go out, shoot for fun, and try to get cool photos. And I was shooting this photo that I've been wanting to shoot for a really long time of the Santa Monica incline.
Nice.
And so I'm shooting, and there's this mom and this daughter, and they start talking to me, but they're from Hong Kong, and like so their English is a little bit broken. And so
I've seen this porn before.
you know how this story ends. No, so I'm shooting, and And she goes, can you take a photo of us? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I take a photo of them, and she's like, oh, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm taking a photo. And I started showing her. She's like, wow, like, that's really good. And she's like, can you send me that? And I was like, yeah, like, you can just like message me. And she's like, okay, like, how do I do that? And I was like email, or you can message me on Instagram. And she goes, what's that? It was first time ever I've heard of someone not knowing what Instagram was.
That's great.
Curious.
Staying off the social. I love it.
Yeah. Where are they from?
Hong Kong.
I wonder.
No, Hong Kong.
They can have
use
Instagram. That's curious.
I found myself so taken aback by like her having no idea what Instagram was.
Are you on WhatsApp? Could have ripped it on WhatsApp.
Could have ripped it on WhatsApp.
They don't use WhatsApp. They use I think WeChat.
Oh yeah, they like WeChat over
yes,
there.
I forgot.
Yep. That checks out, dude.
I was like, I don't have that.
Dang.
So
could have got it done. Dude, I have been grinding on this Adobe project. And I want to tell you guys something that's going to just save your lives.
Okay, tell them.
It's been a process.
Yep.
Okay. Especially when you're working on so many different assets. So you're about to see this like global campaign that's going to roll out. And we were in charge of the post for it and giving all these assets to a VFX team to actually go in and animate it. But we have to make it perfect first, so then the VFX team can go body the VFX, because I'm not a VFX guy.
Right.
Okay. So one thing to note and to be very dialed in, if you're working on a project that has lots and lots of assets, right? What you want to do in your sequences, if you use Premiere, if you use Final Cut, if you use whatever, you want to have them by day. And I made a crucial mistake, dude. A crucial mistake. I didn't have some of them. Maybe one of them wasn't by day.
Was it our good friend Sharif, the producer?
Sharif got so mad.
Oh no! But it was his fault. I don't know what he did.
It was his fault.
Yes, for once it was finally his fault. For once it was finally his fault.
Actually,
yes, he sent me over. Reef sends me over this project timeline. He goes, "Yo," because I had given it off to him. Like, please make sure that these are dialed. Ship them off to the client, right? So Sharif comes back and he goes, "Yo, I double checked everything. You could just export everything." I go, "Amazing." So I go export everything. And he had sent me back the wrong project file from another editor that I had hired to like help us out with it. So the editor is helping us, whatever. Reef sends me back. I export everything. He comes out. He goes, no attention to detail. No attention to detail. He goes, so you think you're way more dialed than you actually are. I go, dude, what's going on? I sent everything. He goes, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're missing key things. You're missing like 3 key things. Like, it's unbelievable. It's going to take us forever to get it back done. I'm like, dude, like, we're going to be good. Like, I did it. I swear I went line by line and did it. He goes, no, you didn't. You're missing 3. But it turned out in the end that he had sent me the wrong file. But I'm going to just explain this to you though. So this doesn't happen to you on any project you're ever doing. And then we give a quick little thing to do. Okay. So let's say you get a project and you're on version 1, and this is like a small thing. You're doing one actual video, right?
Yep.
If you have to make changes and they have feedback for it, make a new sequence for V2. Then if they have more feedback, make another sequence for V3. Yeah. Let's say you're working on something that's like a 2-week, 3-week, month-long project for ads specifically for commercial ads. If you're doing that and there's a bunch of different assets, you should make different sequences for each day. Because every day stuff's changing. And so let's say you're working with an internal creative team, and that doesn't mean the client. That's like an internal team at like an ad agency, right? They give you a bunch of feedback. Cool. You have internal feedback on a sequence. Cool. Now you send it out to Adobe or to client or whatever, whoever client is, right? Then when you get it back, you make another folder for client revision. So that way, if let's say Adobe comes back, actually, we liked the V whatever. You have it in the exact day, and you have an email thread to back it up. But hey, we just send the exact name of the folder on WeTransfer, whatever, how you're sending it. So that way you can cross-reference and say, oh, they love that version 3 on that day. I didn't do it like that to start. We got really dialed in at the very, I feel locked in with it right now. But when you're dealing with multiple people's feedback, because I'm not used to getting
confusing.
Yeah, well, I'm not used to getting multiple rounds from an agency partner, and then we're changing assets. That's the tricky part, right? So I'm changing assets, and I'm like, shoot, was that asset from day 7/24, or was it from 7/23/24?
Yeah.
And you just don't know, right? And so being super organized with it. Also, what I would have is a physical piece of paper copy for the sequences. So I'd have it obviously digital in Premiere or Final Cut or whatever. But then I'd have a physical piece of paper copy for, hey, this is the ones that I finished off on day 20 or whatever, day 14. These are all the assets we finished, and they've been delivered. They've been checked off. Smart. And so that way, when they come back to you, they're not like, yo, we need a day, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, I sent that to you on 7/14/21. I can see it right here, whatever. And I think that'll help you guys so much as you progress and you're working with bigger companies or bigger partners, and you have more cooks in the kitchen that need to get feedback on things, that'll help you guys out a lot.
Banged.
Yeah, I was like, one of the things was like missing one, and then Sharif screaming at me.
Fucker, dude. I like that he goes, you think you're dialed?
Yeah, he said, you think
You don't know dialed.
God. We got dialed.
I got it. So, do you want to wrap this up, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Because it's about that time for me, but I don't know if you guys got anything special, or if I should do like a little clap and boom and like smoke away.
No, last thing is, before last thing, because it's kind of not a big announcement, but I'm excited to talk about it. Oh, did you get invited to Sony Kando this year? That's coming up in like a month.
They just keep bringing on B team.
I didn't get invited.
No, it's fine.
Neither of you guys?
I'm a Canon guy,
It's
dude.
a B team.
Hey, Canon, make an event.
It's a B team.
Dude, maybe next time.
situation.
Maybe next time. It's okay.
It's a B team situation.
I'm a Canon guy. Bring me
No,
a Canon
but
event, dude.
last thing I will say
C-team,
is next week's guest
Who
is, I think, our biggest one yet. I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh,
he
yeah,
said
I
it,
forgot
dude.
about that, and I'm stoked
Come
about that,
on,
dude. And
man.
I'm gonna fucking one-on-one him and COD after the thing. Just kidding. Wouldn't that be sick though? If he
Could
would?
you imagine?
I would get roasted.
we wouldn't,
oh my god, wait, can we set that up and see if he would play me one-on-one really quick?
We wouldn't have. You think he would just 11-0? Like,
Yeah, but it would be so funny to film it. God damn it, dude. I'm really excited
if
about
That
you-
would
if
actually
you-
be a
if you
really
set
funny
up
bit.
If you set up the, what does he play? PS5 or Xbox?
I don't know.
I feel like he's a PC
He's probably
guy.
a PC, but he could probably beat me on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really excited about dude. That's gonna be sick.
I think it's gonna be epic, dude.
I'm bleeping out the name. Just know it's a big gamer.
Ooh, that's good.
Nice,
that's
nice.
good. We're good.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah.
We got to do more of these.
Yeah,
That's so fun, dude. I feel like I
that
could
was
have gone
great.
for 2 more hours. I just can't.
I hope you guys liked this new little format we're testing out, where we just catch you up on everything that we're doing.
It's the most fun for us, so.
Yeah.
Is it because we didn't have a topic to teach about? Maybe.
We
Oh,
taught,
dude,
we,
we got
taught,
stuff.
we taught some stuff.
Oh, I could have
we
gone.
taught about
I could have gone
assets.
in, dude.
No, seriously, these are my favorite podcasts to record because we just get to shoot the shit, catch up, and just talk about some
This
stuff.
is where it all started,
Yeah.
It's a great day to be at 505. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the subscribe button. 50% of you still not subscribed, and leave a like, drop a comment. We'll see you guys all next week. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.